If Yamcha Raised Goku is a pretty interesting scenario to me, though I know it likely won't be to a great deal of others. This is partially because I am definitely a bigger fan of the less impressive Dragon Ball characters most of the time, but also because I constantly try to recognize just how much those kinds of characters can do and become if the circumstances change just a bit. An initial idea that probably pops up from this idea is that Yamcha raising Goku would make him weaker, or the fact that Yamcha isn't really old enough to be a responsible guardian could be detrimental to Goku, but I think that ignores how mature and responsible Puar would be to balance the duo out. Beyond that, if you've seen my stories like canon, Pigero, or Piccolo good early, you know I absolutely love these kind of brotherhood relationships in Dragon Ball, and so I can think of many ways to pay it off. Like for instance, in this timeline, Son Gohan will likely survive far longer than in canon, and with Yamcha's admiration of him, it's possible they could still wind up meeting with him, or even trying to rob him. I mention this because I also feel what if Grandpa raised Yamcha is just as interesting. Beyond this, Goku's mentality and fighting style will be different. He may be more willing to use whatever tactics are needed to win, while it's also quite possible he'd force Yamcha to get over his fear of women earlier, by getting Puar to help him learn to shapeshift as well, which in and of itself would make this Goku an extremely wacky and out-of-the-box fighter compared to many versions of himself in the multiverse.